What's up YouTube, I'm just another guy and welcome back to Gibraltar United. So first of all I want to talk about the screen. You may find the screen is a little bit different. I'm using a different monitor and therefore the resolution and the size of the screen is just a little bit different. So if you see a difference visually, that is what is going on. But anyway, let's get into this. So end of season update. So let's go through the regular things that we go through, and I guess the first one is how the league season finished. I guess that's kind of important now since we've got some other European teams, you know, and more European places. So yeah, we won the league, obviously. We won all 14 games, a bit predictable, and Lincoln came second again. Something that is predictable. Elsewhere though, Man 62 came third, Magpies came fourth, and Lions came fifth. So the three Europa League teams are Man 62, Magpies, and Lions. Magpies as well, being a newly promoted team, only being semi-pro, for them to achieve a fourth place finish is just really good. Now, of course, they're a professional team, and now they're rich because they've now had a year's worth of money being pumped into their club, which I believe is still around the 70 million mark. As you see, we've got 83 million in the bank, so I'm not sure how much money it is. But these clubs are still ridiculously rich, and yeah, we also have two new teams entering the league, or two newly promoted boys. So two teams got relegated from this league. Of course, there's always one team relegated from our division, but there's always a chance a second team could get relegated. Our feeder club, Cannons, they were one of the teams to get promoted, so they'll be returning a professional team next year. It'll be interesting to see how they do. And also, Leo FC will be getting promoted. And again, they'll probably be returning professional. So two new teams entering the league, two new teams benefiting from the mass amount of money that is pumped into the league, two new professional teams in this country. So all these new teams getting promoted and benefiting from the increase in money in the Premier Division is just great for everyone. You know, it's great for the country, it's great for me. So yeah, that was it for the league table I want to go through. Elsewhere, let's go through what we normally go through, the how the league has grown and all that stuff. So reputation-wise, where is the league in terms of reputation? I've gone from low to high. Now we'll go from high to low. So there we go. We're ranked 23rd best European division. We are just behind the second German division. We are ahead of the Bulgarian top division and the Israel top division. So we're climbing up there now. We're nearly at that 3-star level. We're nearly at that sort of championship Belgium league level. Really, I think the reputation is still a bit generous towards us, considering we only really have one very good team in Europe. The rest are just pretty poor teams in Europe. It'll be really interesting to see this year what happens in the transfer market and how the other teams do in Europe, because we saw Lincoln in January really start pumping money, because Lincoln are about the same reputation as us. I believe they're like half a star lower, but they're still very good reputation for a team at this level. So Lincoln will be very interesting this summer. I think they'll sign some great players, and also the likes of Man 62 and the other European team, what was it, Lions? Anyway, the other, apart from Magpies, the other two Europa League boys, again, they've had a year's worth of money, and it'd be very interesting to see what they do with that, you know, how they actually look to spend it and where they look to spend it and the type of players they're bringing in and the quality. So, well, yeah, that's where we're ranked in the league. In terms of, we don't look at cups very regularly, so let's have a little look at cups this year. Where is our highest ranking cup? And it is, bang, 26th best competition in Europe. And where are we above? Who are we above? We're above the Trophy de Champions, which I guess is the Community Shield for France. I guess that's what that one is. So we're only 2.5, but that's actually pretty good for a cup. And wow, the Scottish Cup is the third best cup in Europe. Wow. But yeah, we're climbing up there now in terms of cup competitions as well. So it should just mean more money being pumped in and more money being brought into the club. But yeah, let's go on to the nations ranking, because to me that is where, you know, where it's all going on in terms of the qualification places. So we managed to keep hold of our 12th spot, so which means at the end of this season we will still have a team competing to qualify for the group stages, for the best place playoff third qualifying phase, for the group stage of the Europa League, for the did we get a group stage Europa League this season? Wait, what? I forgot. It's been a little while. So Europa, I can't spell Europa. God, I'm drawing a blank. Europa League. There we go. I don't know why I've drawn a blank. It happens sometimes. UEFA Europa League. Did I click on that? Did we have a team entering the group stage? I can't remember, because in this league there's no way of it coming up. I'm not sure if this is for the upcoming season. It might very well be. Let's switch it by nation. Gibraltar group stage. Yeah. So yeah, Man 62 entered the group stage. Entering the group stage. Did they enter it last year? They didn't, did they? I can't remember now. No, this is the first year for them entering the group stage. There you go. I'm getting it ready. So yeah, I think we were in 12th last year. We may not have been, but we were at this level last year because we're entering the group stage of the Champions League this season. So Man 62 will be entering the group stage of the Europa League, which is all good for them. We have another team in the group stage. But yeah, the fact that we're still 12th, the fact that we've still got these benefits of 2 teams entering group stage of a European competition is very nice. We're trying to build up today 2 teams entering the group stage of the Champions League and stuff, trying to catch Holland. That will require the other teams in this league to now start actually putting in some decent shifts in Europe. So unless I win the Champions League, I don't really see us climbing up or down this table, or climbing up this table. We can obviously slip back down. It will obviously depend on the likes of Lincoln, Man 62, Magpies, and the other team, who, again, I've slipped my mind. It will depend on what they do in their competition now, whether we can actually start climbing up. Because if they can better the Scottish teams that enter the same round of competition as us, and the Ukraine teams, because we managed to beat the Scottish teams and the Ukraine team that entered the group stage. There's no doubt about it. We'll be able to beat them and progress further than them in the competition. It's about whether Lincoln can beat the team, entering their stage and the other stage and stuff like that. But yeah, that's where our qualification places are. We are still ranked 12th, which is all good to me. In terms of reputation, we're nowhere, are we? Still no, we're still not actually on there. So let's go on finances, because again, I think we're now climbing up this richest club table very quickly. There you go, we're the 29th highest valued club in Europe, probably pretty high in the world as well. And there are the rest of the teams from our country. Magpies 54th, only spent 1 year in this division. So yeah, we are absolutely rolling in the dosh. In fact, what's our turnover? What's the turnover like? I thought we would have had a pretty high turnover. I guess not. And coefficient points. Where are we in coefficient points? Because this is to me the true ranking of where you are in Europe. We're ranked 19th in terms of best European teams. We'll definitely be climbing above that this year, because we are better than Ajax. We are better than Benfica, in my opinion. We're probably better than a few of the teams above us, the likes of AC Milan, Schalke, Stuttgart, Stoke, Man U, Arsenal, Chelsea. I'd say we're better than them. I say we've got to be considered around the Barcelona. We've got to be considered top 15 minimum in terms of Europe now. We're the top 15th team in Europe. And the thing is, all of these clubs above us probably aren't even in the Champions League this season. So we'll probably still be a second-seeded team in the Champions League. But we've got to start beating these big boys now. We've really got to start pushing for Barcelona, City, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, likes of all the French teams that are up there, Juventus, Napoli. We've got to start beating these teams now. We've really got to start... once we get to these knockouts now, once we get to the quarterfinals, we've got to start pulling in performances and actually winning some games. And I think the transfers I've made so far in this summer are indications that we're heading in the right direction. So no outs to note of yet. We've got a few things put in place in terms of outs. For example, Roma Perez is leaving to go back to South America. He's joining Racing Club. Anyone else leaving? Again, it's been a little while. Let me just flick through. Yes, David is also leaving. Just felt David, it was time he left. So 575k, David is going to be leaving for a Brazilian team, Atletico. I can't really see the last part of their name. But yeah, he just... not too great when he played in the Europa League for us. Just not a great player, David. He was all right, but not great. And picking up, over £500,000 for him is a great profit. And Giselle is leaving as well. He's joining Red Bull Leipzig. Miro Giselle just been faded out of the team for a long time now. We've got a combined total Wies transfer fee of 500k. However, 185,000 that is over 12 months. 98,000 is after 50 league appearances. 98,000 is after 10 league goals. So we may never get that full amount, but to me, Miro Giselle was a great servant for the club. He was a really good backup player throughout his career. He was never really that out-and-out, bang, you're my main man in Europe, apart from maybe that first year he was here. I don't even remember. I don't think he was there that level then. So, he was never a main man, but he was always a nice, versatile player to have in the team and always came in when we needed him to. But yeah, moving on, getting bigger and better things now at this club, better players by far. It meant Giselle had to leave. So let's talk about the ins. I've spent a lot of money this season, in this off-season so far, to bring in some players. So first one to talk about is David Di Santon. We're not signing him as a player, but he's coming in as a fitness coach because we needed one. I just thought I'd get that out of the way because obviously he's a real-life player's name, but he's not actually a player for us. So yeah, as you can see, we're signing a lot of people. These two guys are already pre-arranged from last year. Let's talk about the big money signings. So we'll talk about the first guy. Modzah? I don't know how to say his first name, but Abdel Sadek, I believe it's pronounced his second two names. We've signed him for £40 million. So again, this is a very, very big fee. However, when you consider the fact we're only playing 20 up front, they'll get 16 after 50 league appearances and 4 after 20 league goals. Now, he'll probably smash them goals out of the way very quickly. He might even get that in his first season if this guy's lucky. But 16 million will obviously be something that will take a while, and I won't mind paying that in the future, hopefully. But yeah, £40 million on a 21-year-old Egyptian left attacking midfielder. We've gone all in with this guy. I really really do like him. I spoke in a previous video about how I saw a £10 million guy out there. Don't worry, this isn't the guy I was talking about. I'm not really crazy. But there was this guy out there. He was, I think he was Mexican or American, one of the two. But he played in America. His name was Gonzalez. I think that was his surname anyway. And he looked like a good player. And don't get me wrong, he would have been an improvement to Maria. But I saw this guy and I was like, look, this is a bigger step up, and this is worth the investment in my opinion. He's 21, still got that time to develop. He's so quick, got great finishing, crossing, dribbling is really good. You know, to me, this guy's the makings of a really good player. His passing wasn't good, but nor was the other guy we were signing. I didn't realize this, but both of their passing was not great. But I decided Sadek was the player I wanted more. Therefore, I was willing to spend more on him. As you can see, his record for Egypt: 41 appearances, 23 goals. What a great goal scoring record at the international stage. And for Ajax, you know, in the Eredivisie, he's played so well over these past 2 seasons, scored a lot of goals. I believe he's playing a left attacking mid. He might be playing up front for them. No, he's playing up front for them. But we would play him as a left attacking mid, and that means we'd have some great attacking strength on that wing. And I know he's left-footed only, and we do play inside forwards, but I don't see that being a problem for this guy because of his great finishing and his great crossing. You know, whether he cuts inside a lot or whether he doesn't cut inside a lot, I wouldn't really mind because he's got the ability to still create opportunities, I feel. So that's the first guy, Sadek. I think he's a good signing. Maybe the price could be argued, but I think he's a very good addition to the team. And the other guy is Toto. So Toto is from, what's his name? What are they called? Botafogo, I think it's pronounced like that. Another 21-year-old, so another youngster being brought in, and we brought a right back in this time. So I think Armada's time at this club is pretty much over. He might be a bit part player, we might sell him. But Toto apparently is a world-class player, and I couldn't look away from that. So we've spent, again, £30 million on him. However, only half of that is being paid initially. The other half of it, one of it's after 10 league appearances, another lot is after 3... After 10 international appearances. I couldn't get them to 50. They drove a hard bargain. But yeah, Toto, I like him. I really do like him. I think he's a good player. He's not got great attacking ability on him, but I think his defensive ability and his physicals more than make up for that. Again, he's young, and that's always a good thing, you know, having a youngster. His record in the Brazilian division is great, but when you look at his loan as well to Porto, for example, the Portuguese league is still a decent league. You know, it's still rated better than ours. So when I see him playing really well there, there's no doubt in my mind that he'll be able to perform for our team because we are a better team than Porto. Heck, we were probably a better team than Porto back then as well. So yeah, Toto, another player coming in. And what that means is we've signed a right back and a left attacking mid this season. And when I look at the team for the upcoming year, as you can see, I've currently got 2 spots vacant for where he will come in now. Obviously, Armada would go back at the right back role there. But yeah, you know, we've got a pretty good squad now. I still would like a goalkeeper, but again, I just can't seem to find anyone. I can't find anyone that I go, you are worth the £20 million investment or something. I don't see anyone worth that right now. But don't get me wrong, there probably is someone out there. I just have to find them. But I wouldn't mind Martinez. He performed well. He's made some good saves in our games as well, in our big games. So I don't really mind Martinez coming in or staying for at least another year or 2. And plus, he can actually play for the national team with Gibraltar. What is he in now? He'd be 3rd season? He's starting his 3rd year. So, you know, 2 more years after that, 2 more years after this, so I could be meeting you back in 3 years' time at this very point and be like, yeah, Martinez was our goalkeeper for the Nations League, I guess it would be. I don't really know. But yeah, like I said, I'm really happy with this squad. We've got a nice mixture of youth and experience in there. You know, Sidibe, our experience here. Marola now, a very experienced player there. Centre-backs, I don't really mind. They do let me down on occasion, but hopefully with the new better full-backs that we have in the team, they can offer them support. Again, I could arguably improve the centre-back role, but again, it's about finding someone that is really worth the investment and would actually be a pretty major step up from Bakayoko or Fumasa, which, again, I don't really see out there right now. But it does mean we spent pretty much all of our transfer budget this window. I don't know if we're making any more major signings, but I will be on the lookout for some nice young youth players on a cheap deal that we can bring in and help improve the side. And like I say, that way we're now focusing a little bit more on the national team, because as much as I like Ken Butler, he's not an amazing player. You know, Ken Butler is good, but he's not going to ever be a world beater. Ken Butler, by the way, I will be playing a little bit this next season. As you can see, my backup centre-backs for the upcoming year are Amari, Butler and Lavalem. Lavalin can play centre-back, so he is probably my 3rd choice centre-back right now. But yeah, Ken Butler will be playing quite a few league games next season, and we'll be trying to really push this guy through the system, through our team, because He will never start. I'll say it now. He will never really start for us. He might start an occasional game in the Champions League, but he'll never be an out-and-out starter for us in our first team. But if we can have a Gibraltarian player produced through this youth system, who's probably one of the best Gibraltarian players around, then that's something I want to have. And plus, like I say, I'm signing these young players, I'm signing these youngsters from these countries all around the world with the idea that hopefully one day they can either play for the national team or I can sell them on for a bit of profit. So I don't know what else to do here, guys. I don't know what else to go through because I don't meet you back until the Champions League draw. And again, that's a little bit of something I want to mention briefly. I'm going to change the layout for the Champions League group stages because of now that we're entering at that stage. So what I will do is next time I meet you back will be the group stage draw. I will go through the transfers, we'll go through the draw, then I'll cut to my first game and I'll play the first game. That'll be the next video you guys see. The next video after that will then be the remaining 5 group stage games, all squeezed into one, hopefully around 20-minute video. The reason for that is because I want to pump through now. I want to pump through seasons as quickly as possible, and the way to do that is to try and condense the amount of games. So instead of dragging out the group stage now to 3 games, I'm trying to condense it down into 2. Like I said, I don't want to just do group stage draw, group stage games, one big update. I thought I'd do a sort of introduction, give you an idea of what our group, try and allow you guys to predict where you think will come. Then I'll do the rest of the group stage. But yeah, I don't know what else to go through now. I'm it'd be rambling. Did we play friendly? I think did we play friendly with Gibraltar last time? Again, I've sat on this fixture screen for a bit. I can't remember. We did actually. We played 2 pretty major games. I'm surprised I left this out. We played 2 games against some half-decent European nations, Estonia and Albania. I allowed my assistant to arrange these, and he managed to get me two decent ones. I think 1 decent one, sorry. I think I had Estonia in place. But yeah, we lost disappointingly these 2 away games. We lost 3-1 in the first one. And in all honesty, I wasn't too disappointed with this first one. We looked pretty strong. We looked like, if we look at the match stats, we looked in the game through most of it. However, one individual performance I really have to point out for letting me down is Gerard Debay. New to this national team, new to the international stage, and his debuts have been absolutely abysmal. Shocking. So we got a 4.9 in that game, and was one of the reasons why we did go on and lose it 3-1. And we lost 3-0 to Albania, and again, a similar culprit this time. Debay 6.3, not a very good record, although admittedly in this one he wasn't the worst defender out there. But yeah, this one we fell apart in the first 10 minutes. But there were encouraging signs from the Estonia one. In the Estonia game, oh, sorry, I bashed my mic. What formation did I play? I can't remember what formation I played. Formations. I think I went out there with a no, I did go out there with my attacking tactic. I thought let's throw caution to the wind and go out there with the attacking tactic, and we gave Estonia a run for their money. We really did. If we didn't play well going forward, people like Robinson, like Rowley, Evans, they didn't look great going forward with the ball. And again, defensively, a few lapses by one player allowed them to get through. But yeah, Estonia, we looked all right against. We looked decent against. Albania, no. But Estonia, not too bad. So I'm going to look forward to this Wales fixture in August. Because, again, it'll be a nice competitive game for us, hopefully. It'll be, obviously, I don't expect to win. I probably don't even expect to draw this game. I'm probably going to lose against Wales. But it's about how the team perform. Okay, friendlies aren't the same as competitive ones. But if we can put in a decent performance, a decent hour, a decent 70 minutes like we did against Estonia, then there's hope for that playoff game in a few years' time. But yeah, I will stop rambling now because this is going on long enough. I've rambled on for about 20 minutes. We have no ranking, obviously, so I don't know why I'm clicking on that screen. But yes, this will be it for now, guys. Next time I meet you back will be that group stage draw. Well, I'll go for, obviously, as well, in that next video, I will go through how all the other teams have done in Europe and also who Man 62 get in a European draw. So, until then, guys, peace out.